On today's episode of From the Rafters, FTR SMITTY is back to talk some Week 3 college football. Then Mitch and I will discuss NFL Week 1 and give our picks and predictions for Week 2. We have three bobs and a wow of acronyms, and we'll round it out with OGT. Let's get it! Meow.
I saw your comment where you said
All right, he's back for Week 3 college football. FTR SMITTY, how are we doing?
I'm doing great, boys. How are you guys?
Can't complain. Good weekend. Mitch, how about you, dude?
ups and downs, a lot of ups and downs, feeling good. New week. That's it.
That's how you feel?
Yeah, new week.
Fresh week. All right, so let's get right into it. Week 2, biggest takeaways you had from Week 2, because I know you were sitting there watching every single game.
Right. I think obviously the biggest shock of the week was Ohio State going down. I think Kerry Coombs needs to find a new job. Whether he's not a college defensive coordinator. That's what it comes down to. Ever since Jeff Hafley left, the Buckeyes defense, I mean, they pulled big time recruits, but these big time recruits aren't, producing the way they should be. Kerry Coombs was coaching high school football, Friday Night Lights, as recently as like 2014, maybe even 2015. So I don't know how you can make that jump from high school head coach to blue blood defensive coordinator with an offensive-minded head coach. So you're running the whole defense in, 6 years? So, yeah, that was definitely shocking to see the Ducks go in there, pull that out, especially without Kayvon Thibodeau and Justin Flo, who are probably their two best players. I thought Notre Dame was immensely disappointing. They should have lost to Toledo at home. Jack Cohn didn't look very good at all. Line of scrimmage, they did not dominate the way that you would expect a blue blood to dominate a MAC school on the lines. And yeah, I think they definitely have some losses coming up on the schedule.
Thoughts on Clay Helton recently getting fired? Is Luke Fickell the guy? Because isn't the AD, the AD at USC right now is the AD?
Right? So Mike Bone hired Luke Fickell at USC. As a Cincinnati fan, I'm not worried about it one bit. Okay. Luke Fickell's never lived outside of Ohio, essentially, and is he really going to pack up? His family has 6 kids, one of them being enrolled on Cincinnati's football team. Is he going to pack that up and move all the way out to LA for what, while still a blue blood program, is kind of starting to turn into a has-been job? I mean, it's all been underachieving since Pete Carroll left, and Luke Fickell was asked about it in his weekly presser just yesterday, and he was quick to shoot it down and say, look, we've built consistency here, and, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. I don't know if with the news of the Big 12, I don't see how you break the biggest barrier holding the school's athletic program back and then leave the second that barrier gets broken. So I'm not worried about it at all. I wasn't shocked. I was shocked by the timing. Why wouldn't you have just fired him, in January, and then could have, had a whole recruiting class going again? I don't know why you'd fire someone 2 weeks in and stick an interim in there for the rest of the year. That definitely is going to hurt their class of 22 recruiting class. But yeah, not shocked about the firing, shocked by the timing.
If USC gets the right guy in there with the NIL stuff that's going on.
Yeah. Absolutely.
A lot of recruits that come out of California, they're going to be getting 20, 25 recruits, and all of those guys are going to be making millions of dollars.
Right.
Like all the tech companies out there that are going to want to sponsor these kids. If they get the right guy in there, then USC could turn the corner.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, and I think that was part of Helton's shortcomings. Both Bryce Young and DJ were both California kids, and both had, obviously offered to USC, and he couldn't secure either one of them, and both of them go to the East Coast. I mean, that's not a good look. You got two of the two best quarterbacks in the country coming out right in your backyard. You can't nab one.
I guess it wasn't a shocking game to me, but I think it was shocking for a casual college football watcher, was Jacksonville State versus Florida State.
Yeah, so I wasn't even watching it. I mean, I wasn't watching it. I didn't have any need to. I didn't feel like it was worth watching. And,
You
I
think
wake
Florida
up.
State was going to wipe the floor with them?
I mean, yeah, it's an FCS school. Why wouldn't they? I mean,
Jacksonville State's a top FCS school.
it's
They
Florida
have,
State.
they have a
man.
former
It's Florida
Clemson.
State.
They have a former Clemson player playing quarterback for them, Zarek Cooper.
It's Florida State. I mean, you just have no business. I think Mike Norvell has balls going to the podium and saying, "Oh, well, there was 6 seconds left on the clock. We didn't know they were going deep." What are you talking about? What else were they going to do? You're running like cover 2 man across the board instead of being in a prevent defense 60 yards away with 6 seconds. Like, it's laughable.
They still could have tackled him twice.
It was the lack of physicality. It was,
Right. Oh, that corner that like was right there when he caught, like, I mean, it's like he wasn't even trying.
Yeah. And did you see I think it was an O lineman. He proposed to his girlfriend.
Oh, what a terrible look.
Yeah.
What a terrible spot to be in.
There was a picture, and Jacksonville State was in the background, like dog
Celebrating.
while he was on one knee proposing to his girlfriend.
did she say yes?
I guess.
That's a tough spot to be in if you're the girl.
One more gripe I have with you about next week, or about this past week, week 2.
Yeah.
Where are they at? Cincinnati first half. They came out slow. But is it because of the look-ahead spot playing this week?
So I think credit to Murray State. They came out and they huddled every play, and they sucked the play clock down to the final seconds every time. Cincinnati, they went 3 and out the one time, and they had the ball in the first quarter. And, yeah, the time of the possession in the first quarter was like 13:40 to 1:20. So, obviously tough to get an offensive rhythm. Message was sent, though. I mean, I don't think it's anything to worry about. Message was sent. Reports were that Ritter went in there and was absolutely just ripping the team before Fickle even got in there. And then they came back out in the second half, 35-0. If the halves are reversed, no one even bats an eye at it. And honestly, yeah, I mean, you can start slow sometimes, and it's not the worst thing. So I'm not worried about it.
All right, you ready to get into week 3?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, the first game that crossed my eye, I got 5 games that caught my attention immediately. The first one was Michigan State versus Miami. All right, I'm pretty sure the line's Miami minus 6.
6.5, 6 or 6.5, I believe.
Like
Yeah.
that. Miami.
Right. Miami's really struggled out of the gates here. Obviously with the blowout spot against Alabama week 1, and then App State, they're struggling at home. It's tough. Michigan State was so bad last year, and they've actually come out and had a formidable offense, can really run the ball.
Because Michigan State new head coach this year. I don't know his name, but I know he came from Colorado. I'm pretty sure.
I think this is his second year. Did they?
Oh, this is his second year?
Yeah, because they got a new head coach last year, unless he went one and done, but I don't believe he did.
But I watched the Miami App game, and App actually dominated them in the trenches, which was surprising to me.
Yeah, I mean, they've been getting blown off the ball. Obviously, you can't – I mean, it's going to be hard to win games, especially in the ACC, when you can't control the line of scrimmage at all. I think, again, quarterback is going to be more talented for Miami in this situation, but the way that Michigan State's been running the ball, and, yeah, Miami struggles against lower schools like App State, I would take Michigan State plus the points.
Also agree. You got anything on that?
No, I agree as well. It's just I know nothing about Michigan State. It's just an anti-Miami pick.
The second game, Nebraska at Oklahoma. But I'm not looking at the line for this. I'm looking at the over-under. 62. I don't see why this game doesn't get to 70 points.
How many points did Nebraska score against Illinois? 14?
Here, I can tell you right now. They scored 22. If they can score 20 points
Right. I mean,
against Oklahoma, then this over is going to fly.
Oklahoma, I mean, they're pretty much a shoo-in to be looking in at least the 42-point range. I mean, that's just a given,
Right.
especially at home. So you just chalk them up. 42 is probably their floor.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust Nebraska to get over 21. I don't know if I would even trust them to get that. I know they have a very talented linebacker. I'm not sure his name. And then they have another edge rusher, Nick Benito, looking to be a shoo-in first-round pick. And Adrian Martinez really doesn't have the legs to get away, I don't believe. But, yeah, 61.5, that does seem very low for an Oklahoma game. I think they could easily push us into the 52-point range. And if that's the case, then, yeah, you bet your ass that'll go over. So, yeah, we'll take the over on that.
What are your thoughts, Mitch?
I like the under.
Really?
Yeah, I think Nebraska can't score at all.
Okay. All right.
I just think it's going to be like a 42-0.
It's a noon start.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
So
know.
Oklahoma's 2 games, it was 40-35 at home against Tulane, and then 76-0. FCS school, obviously, but still.
Yeah. Next game. Damn, I think I have 6 games that we're going to go through. Purdue versus Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point it's going to be tough to reason backing Notre Dame. I think it's gotten above 7 at this point.
Yeah, 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5 now. Honestly, I don't really know anything about Purdue. I know they absolutely blew the doors off UConn, but who doesn't? They did beat Oregon State.
I just want to know if your confidence in the Irish has wavered at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you see what Florida State just did at home, and that, that definitely hurts Notre Dame's resume with them. And then, you're on the ropes at home against the MAC school. You're coming off it, and you got a look-ahead spot with a neutral site game next week against Wisconsin.
I'll bring it up.
I mean, it's possible that, Kelly gets them, fired up to, this whole, preseason thing is over, and you got to go play Notre Dame football. But show me, don't tell me. So I would take Purdue plus 7.5 here.
What if the public jumps all over Purdue? It gets under a touchdown, 6.5.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's better plays to bet this week. But if
Definitely.
if you're in love with that 2:30 NBC game with Mike Tirico, then yeah, I mean, if it's under a touchdown, I guess I would roll with Notre Dame, but I can't trust them to beat anybody by more than 7 points at this point.
Special prayers to the Notre Dame football team in case they lose.
Next game, Alabama, Florida, 3:30 on CBS. Get to hear the music. It's going to be a good one. Alabama's minus 14.5. Over under 59.5.
Yes. The total's gone up way high. It's I think it opened at 56, and yeah, now it's broken through 59.5. I think minus 14 is available in a lot of books, especially. I mean, you might have to get it to minus 120. And if that's the case, this is actually on my weekly card. And, yeah, Alabama, there's just Emory Jones, this whole hype. I remember last year when Kyle Trask was the quarterback, it was like, Emory Jones is so good. Emory Jones is so good. The dude's got 2 picks against Florida Atlantic. He's got 2 picks against South Florida, 2 absolutely terrible schools. Anthony Richardson is now pushing him for the starting job. Dan Mullen is willing to stick up for Emory Jones, even though he hasn't played up to par, and Anthony Richardson's definitely got a spark under him. But again, even if Anthony Richardson does come in, which I would expect he would, playing Alabama is a lot different than playing Florida Atlantic and South Florida. And I think at this point, with what Alabama did in Miami, Alabama didn't really come out that great against Mercer, and that pissed Saban off. I love Alabama here to really come in and wax it 21+.
Does Dan Mullen still let his wife kiss all the players since it's COVID? You remember that?
I don't know.
Just a sext.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That could hurt recruiting, honestly.
Oh, yeah. And then the last one, I think this is game day. Auburn, Penn State, wideout.
Yeah, Penn State's
minus 5.5, Penn State.
Yeah. I faded Penn State last week, and their defense prevailed with a really dominant performance. This game, those two quarterbacks that have really underachieved throughout their careers, I believe. Always had that hype, I think, with really good freshman years, and then really just kind of never progressed from there. I think with James Franklin, there's rumors with him being in love with USC. I think that's a distraction, and I think Auburn, they've played 2 absolutely horrible teams, but I think 6.5 or 5.5 or 6. I would get it to 6. I would get it to 6 and take Auburn plus the points. Penn State, I can't trust Sean Clifford, and their defense keeps them in games, especially against these good teams. And I think this will be a low scoring affair. And 6 points matters in a game like this.
You do know Happy Valley is going to be full capacity. Why?
I know.
This is their thing. This is what
Auburn players play at LSU at night. They play at Alabama. Like this isn't their.
That's disrespectful to wideout.
This isn't their Super Bowl.
Who does
Sean, look, Sean Clifford. I don't know how you can trust Sean Clifford.
I don't trust Bo Nix either, though. Honestly.
Yeah, and I agree. I think this game's destined to go under.
Oh, under, okay.
Under, absolutely.
Okay, we can agree on that.
Penn State, they definitely. I mean, again, like this could be just like the Wisconsin game, a 16-10 game.
Yeah.
So
great Jersey game.
I think the crowd's gonna play a big factor.
So yeah, I mean, Penn State definitely has huge home field advantage here, but at the end of the day, like if it's, in my opinion, destined to go under, like 6 points becomes a lot.
True. All right, not another game, but it's just a question about another game. Tulane, Ole Miss. What does that over have to get to for you to not take it?
I'm putting this question. It's on my weekly card.
Okay, all right. Go. Let's go right into your weekly.
All right, let's. We ran a fake. We'll just go right into that game.
Yeah, we'll go right into it. We'll cut that. Trevor, cut that.
Some tier 1 editorial skills at FTR. So yeah, Ole Miss. Obviously, they know how to score and they know how to let teams score. Michael Pratt, Tulane's quarterback, is pretty much proven at this point that he's not just a 1-year wonder. He was the American Conference Freshman Player of the Year last year, and he went in there to Oklahoma and had the ball down 5 with a chance to win the game. And that takes nuts. They won, I think it was 69-20 against an FCS school this past week. So, yeah, I think – was it 76.5, 76? Yep. That's as high as you're going to see early in the season, and I would take it to go over. But I think the play here to make, in my opinion, is Tulane plus 14.5. I think they've shown that they can hang. It doesn't matter, they're not scared to play. Good quarterbacks, and yeah, I think this is a good football team.
dabble on the over just to just have
Yeah, I mean, it's not my play, but I mean, I would not tell anybody to take the under. So
right.
1U, Tulane plus 14.5. Take
Okay.
the over if you must.
All right. Onward.
Okay. From there, we're going to let me pull up my notes here.
Now that I keep looking at the slate, a lot more games keep catching my eye.
Let's talk about any of them. I like Marshall. You can get them -10 if you can buy a half point to -9.5. Absolutely do it. Their defense has been absolutely menacing. They've allowed less than 14 a game. East Carolina, they're nothing special. Their quarterback is experienced, but it's East Carolina. Marshall's really came out. They can run the ball.
Not scared of the look ahead spot against App State.
No, I mean, that can always be a reason for concern, but you can always pull that on pretty much any team.
Right.
You can't run from that. Marshall's 2-0 against the spread this year. East Carolina's 9-19 their last 28 on the road. I think Marshall's proven that they're the best Conference USA team, and I think if anything, they want to make one last statement before getting in. One or two more statements before getting into conference play, and I think I'd be confident to say that they'll be 4-0 going into the Conference USA play. Grant Wells, good quarterback. So, I talked about the Alabama. So that's also 1U. I talked about the Alabama game. That's a 2-unit play for me. No doubt about it. I think, again, with how much Florida lost last year, if you don't even know who your quarterback is going into the game, I know it's in Gainesville, but best of luck.
Yeah.
Second to last play here, another 2-unit play is going to be Boston College -15.5 at Temple. Two things on this. One, I don't know who Boston College's athletic director is, but he's an idiot or was an idiot. I know Boston College's football program hasn't been great, but how you schedule out-of-conference games at UMass and at Temple in the same season, that's embarrassing. So I don't know what he's doing there.
Not scared of the Djokovic injury?
I'm getting to that.
Okay. All right.
So obviously, I have him on the future. That was one of my most confident plays. I'm still confident in it. It sucks that Djokovic got hurt. One series against UMass. It's just so frustrating to happen in a game that just doesn't matter. But Dennis Grosel, the backup, he's an experienced player. Last year, he set the school passing record in his lone start. Threw for over 500 yards against Virginia. He did have 3 picks, I believe, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks in that game. So you'd like to see that come down. But he actually in the spring game, he had outplayed Jurkovic, at least in the box score. Halfley talked highly of him. He's a senior that could have transferred to some, Prio Max school and started. But he stuck it out. He was willing to stay with the program, and I think the locker room definitely respects a guy like that. Boston College's offensive line definitely experienced enough, and Temple's they're just a bad football team.
Yeah.
They were down. They did cover against Akron. They ended up blowing the doors off them by 21, but they were down 17-7 at the end of one, and then had defensive touchdowns back-to-back plays. So I believe it was a fumble 6. They kicked the ball off, pick 6 next play. No team's ever going to lose if you can get 14 points defensively in 30 seconds.
Unless you're playing Akron.
Right. And, again, that's just not going to happen. I think, Jeff Halfley's a defensive guy, and their defense actually has been kind of shaky. And I think, this is, quote unquote, their last preseason game before getting into it. And I think Halfley, I don't know if he feels pressure to get the defense right, but it's going to be like, listen, like this is a wake up game. Um, new quarterback. I think if Dracovic was playing, this would easily be over 21. Um, so yeah, I mean, hard
Lean
to reason.
under? Lean under?
I don't know. I mean, Temple gave up 61 points to Rutgers.
There.
So, I mean, they gave up 20, what was it, 40, 45, 21 to Akron or 45? I don't know what it was to Akron, but they gave up too many points to Akron. It couldn't have been 21. Akron had 17 at one point. So I don't know. I'd probably even go over. I mean, it's bold to take the over for a backup quarterback coming in, but again, I mean, it's not like he's a nobody.
How many
All
years
right.
is that one?
2.
Okay. So is this next one the Big Daddy?
So usually I limit to 3 units.
Okay.
This is we're gonna call this the FTR SMITTY double your parents' 401k play of the year.
Okay. I love it. I love it.
Bet to win 5 units. Cincinnati money line.
Okay.
This team now it's a little juiced. I mean, it's really juiced. I got it minus 167. So I guess it should be more like plus 60% your parents' 401k play of the year. Right. The reason I think since he goes in and whacks them, quite honestly, I think they'll easily cover the 4. But when throwing this much money on it, sadly teams don't play to cover; they play to win. And I couldn't even imagine how I would feel if Cincinnati won by a field goal, and just knowing but I don't think it'll come down to that. Indiana's offensive line's not very good at all. You saw that in the Iowa game where they absolutely just dominated them on the line of scrimmage both ways. And if you don't have a good offensive line against Cincinnati, you're pretty much toast right there. Cincinnati, their defensive front, top 10, if not top 5 in the country. On the back end, I know Ty Fryfogel's a very good receiver for Indiana. Cincinnati has the number 2 corner in the country in Sauce Gardner. Then on the offensive side of the ball, actually the defensive side of the ball for Indiana, they're missing 3 starters, and 2 of them are in the secondary. And Desmond Ridder, I said it on the first show, and I think you laughed at me.
I did laugh. I'm still laughing.
Ritter's 4th best odds currently to win the Heisman Trophy. Now, again, I'm not saying he's gonna, and I don't think they would give it to a G5 player, even though that since he is, quote unquote P5 now.
Yeah, now.
I don't, with the way that Cincinnati, they're so spread out. They don't have just one guy. They have, multiple weapons now. Desmond Ridder, obviously a great player. Jerome Ford, best running back in the conference. Josh Wiley, NFL tight end. Alec Pierce, Tyler Scott. I mean, these are guys, you can't really just game plan for one guy against Cincinnati. I think that's going to be the toughest part about covering them.
And I think in a game like this, you got to look at coaching too, and I'll take Fickell.
Every day of the week. I mean, and I think Tom Allen's actually a really good coach. I think he's done a really good job with Indiana. But yeah, I think Luke Fickell's definitely cemented himself the way that he's turned around. I mean, he pulled Cincinnati's program out of the basement. Tommy Tuberville absolutely had them drowned, and he turned them into a top, I mean, without a doubt, a top 25 program, but a top 10 team within 4 years. I mean, it's unheard of what he's done. And, it seems like he's a guy that actually believes in Cincinnati football. He's not, Butch Jones or Brian Kelly, who's leaving at the first opportunity to, get a higher paying job. So I think I would definitely expect Cincinnati to go in there and absolutely cover the spread. But, for my money, with how much I will personally throw on this, I will take the money line just in case.
True. Anything on that one? Because I know when Smitty said he loved it.
My life is on the line for this one.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
I traded the Notre Dame for Indiana, so
Yeah.
not the 401k and the pension, but my own life is on the line.
Right. Well, I was gonna say, with how bad Notre Dame looked, it's actually it's a good thing you backed off that, because otherwise I'd be telling you to.
Hoosiers right now. We'll see where it goes.
We'll see how
Yeah,
you're feeling Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
If you were going into that Notre Dame game with the suicide bet on the line, I would have been telling you a week in advance to be checking your ceiling fan for how much weight it can hold.
I would love to go out with my suicide bet being a money line dog.
Okay.
Best of luck to you.
My last
Tell your parents to increase their 401ks by 60% in the process to cover the funeral expenses.
Hey, used to sell life insurance. That's where we're at now. My last take. Tell me what you think about this. Joe Brady. They have an okay year with the Panthers. USC.
I don't think
Coach O gets fired. He hires Coach O.
No, I don't. If Joe Brady's already there, I don't see why he would leave the NFL if he's already there.
I don't know. It just sounded good to have.
Coordinator position in the NFL is definitely not as good of a job as USC head coach.
Yeah.
I mean, Eric Bieniemy's name's been linked to it, so. I mean, Joe Brady's a college guy.
Anyway.
No.
I mean, Joe Brady's a college guy. I don't think Coach O would be willing to accept that downgrade. I'd be shocked if they fired him, honestly, after this year. I think they'd give him probably one more year. But if they do, I mean, he can definitely get a lower. I mean, you got one when you're that high profile of a guy, you got two options. You can be a mid-tier level head coach and try to build your way back up, or you can be one of Saban's coordinators and dominate. So.
I got just a couple more games. I'm going to run by them quick, and then we'll be done.
Snap 'em.
Just some games where I could see potential letdowns. Iowa. They're playing Kent State. It's at Iowa.
Yep.
3:30 game. Plus 23 for Kent State. Those are your boys.
Right.
I think they can cover 3 touchdowns.
So I think Iowa, it's 2 defensive touchdowns week 1. And, so that inflated that score. I believe that was, a 34-9 score, something like that, against Indiana, or 34-6. And then last week beat Iowa State. Iowa State doubled them in total yards. That's not sustainable. It's hard for a MAC school to compete on the line of scrimmage like that, but I would take Dustin Crum to cover 23.
And Iowa just cracked the top 5 for the first time in a while.
Right.
But there's going to be a lot
I don't know if it's a letdown spot. I just think they're overvalued. It's just not sustainable to play like that and win like that when if you're getting doubled in total yards, 170 to 340. How you even score 37 points with 170 total yards? That's almost impossible.
The next one, Arkansas, coming off a big win against Texas, probably the biggest since early 2010s.
Had Texas switching QBs.
Yeah, they're playing Georgia Southern, triple option. Georgia Southern's quarterback their starter didn't start the first 2 games of the year, academic suspension. He's back for this game, plus 23.5.
Georgia Southern was a team I loved taking last year. Shyworth was their quarterback last year. He's gone. So this their starter to be. I don't know if he's ever even started a game.
Yeah. But it's always hard to play a triple option.
It's hard to play a triple option. And
just got done banging bodies with a Big 12 team. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know though. Georgia Southern. I don't know off the top of my head, but I know that I would be willing to say that they were definitely in the bottom 25 of returning production. And yeah, I mean, maybe Arkansas truly believes here, and yeah, they can. I think they'll get out and score. Georgia Southern, they will choke that clock, and so 23.5 can get to be a lot. But yeah, I would take Arkansas here.
2-1. Where's it at? Virginia at North Carolina. North Carolina -8, over under 66. I love Virginia, and I love the over.
Yeah, I was agreeing with you there. Brennan Armstrong, he's averaging what, like 500 yards a game? I don't know how you would go against that. Maybe, North Carolina just looking at the Virginia sweep.
Maybe.
Or the
But
reverse.
that's what I love when I look through the card. And then my last one, which I absolutely love. It's not my best bet, but this is my second best bet probably. Fresno State, UCLA, over 62.5.
What, you love
We'll
the
see how that does not go over.
I don't know a ton about Fresno State. I know DTR has played pretty solid this year. I know Fresno State, didn't they play UConn week 1? I mean, that's like the worst team you can play. I don't know. I mean, this is your game to talk about,
No, I just love it just because I watched Fresno State week 1 against UConn. I know it's UConn, but they sling that sucker around, and I love every second of it. UCLA, watch them play Hawaii. Again, it's Hawaii, not very good. But what's the running back's name from Michigan? That's at UCLA?
Yeah, I'm not sure his name, but I watched that game against Hawaii, and he was busting through.
Yeah. Don't know how each team doesn't score 30.
Yeah, I mean, I can get behind that. One more small play, at least to look into. Boise State at home on the Smurf turf against Oklahoma State.
That's my best bet of the week. All
right, Oklahoma State, kind of laid an egg against Tulsa, who had lost to UC Davis week 1. Boise State, I know they blew the lead on the cross-country Thursday night game against UCF week 1. They came back and absolutely smoked UTEP. Hutchinson's the quarterback's name, I believe, yeah. Khalil Shakur looking to be one of the nation's best receivers. Absolutely money that kid is. Does not go down, and Boise State on the Smurf turf at night, -3.5. You put that in.
Love it. You got anything?
I don't know. I'm anti-blue turf right now. All blue turf teams. Coastal Carolina. What's another blue turf team? Other than Boise.
That's it.
Is there a gray turf team?
No.
There's a red turf, Eastern Washington in the FCS levels, red turf.
I thought it was Western Kentucky.
You don't have a best bet for week 3 college football?
Oh, I do.
Okay, let's hear it.
Incarnate Word against Texas State money line. Take it to the bank.
All right. We'll finish it up.
Edit that out.
Hey, FTR SMITTY, thank you once again for blessing us with your best bets. Absolutely. And I guess, hey, sit on the couch all Saturday. Let's make money.
Hey, if you're listening to this and you're not tuning in at 12 noon to ESPN, I don't know what you're doing. I'll be at the game. Bearcats are going to black out Bloomington. We're going to come out with the win.
I hope so. All right, brother.
All right, yep, we'll see you guys.
See you.
Thing either. That's a negative outlook. Can I see my other laptop? I need it. I don't have a charger. My phone's gonna die. It's right there. You can't fucking slide you can't slide your right hand.
You can't fucking
switch seats for 5 seconds.
You fucking cocksucker. And you got you just wanted to cover your gut. You just wanted to cover your gut.
Look at the fucking, I'm on 7. And I'm out here giving up everything for you. Let me see that charger.
Bong.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Talking about this charger?
Yeah.
She's only one fucking.
Oh, baby.
Finish Armada! Yeah, dude. Fucking try dealing with it every damn day.
Just put it on the table.
I'm gonna lay it right there.
It's not ass. That's the ideal way to fucking hold it. Oh, I just
Get your cuss words out now, boys.
This
yeah.
about got me on Saturday. I about let out a GDF
Where?
at Joe's house.
Dude, I was fucked up.
I know. I said, God.
Oh, Trevor, go ahead and give it a mic
You're like,
check.
that was a close one.
Yeah, we're good.
I was like, you're about to strike me.
Facts.
Everything's rolling.
Sweet.
Stays rolling. Nice.
Hey, the officer did, like, he wanted to see the gun. And, like, had me unlock it. Fuck it. There was an open Miller Lite and then an unopened one. I was like, those are from, like, the tailgate, and I didn't want to carry them in the game, so I just set them in there.
Oh,
Smart.
No, it was bad.
Shit. Hey, can you go get me that koozie for real?
Come on.
Dude, what do you mean, come on?
Come on.
What are you doing right now?
Where? Sitting.
Right behind the Doritos.
Wow.
They're empty.
They're not.
You get it then.
Yeah, facts.
Somebody with some open
I've
legs.
been working all day, dude.
He has been
What the fuck
working.
do you think I did I all don't day? even get to sit, bro. I'm an MT. I just fucking walk.
Nah, bro, you're doing it wrong then. You gotta find the places to sit. In the car when you're vacuuming.
No, I always take, when I have to take people places and stuff, I take the longest possible route.
Yes.
Because I just jam out and I fucking call people.
What's your favorite radio station? Because I know you don't plug your phone up.
421.
Yeah?
102 Jam.
98.7 for me. Just because they play a little bit of everything. That or K-Love.
Shut the fuck. Just because they play a little bit of everything. Shut up.
They do. Bro, the big green E, that grind, it'll get to you. Don't let it get to you.
We ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We rolling?
We rolling.
Clap.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, because I didn't want to.
What are you, leading us in? You think you're sitting in the big man's chair?
Well, I mean, grab that. Let everybody see it.
They can see it. Can they see it? They
Nope.
can't see it.
Grab it.
It's going to show my gut if I grab it.
All right. We're back. Little recap of week 1 NFL. Hopefully you can see that.
Lower.
There
Of
it
course, I keep looking at that camera because I'm used to being over there. Of course, I won the week. 8-7-1 to Mitch's 6-9-1. Nice.
I might just leave it here for the rest of the podcast. So when I watch this, it's a constant reminder that I need to be better this week.
We're going to go through week 1's games, give some takeaways, what we thought, and then we'll go through week 2, give our picks and predictions. All right?
All right.
We ready?
Yeah. Go ahead and get us started.
All right. So Thursday night game, Cowboys-Bucks.
Yep. And that was
Bucks
our
won 31-29, typical Tom Brady fashion.
and that was our
Gave him
first
the ball back with way too much time left.
first cold take of the year for me. I said adjust the line every time. That's never worked out. So working out the wrinkles, whatever. They won. Dak Prescott looked very impressive.
Tom Brady didn't.
Oh yeah. How about Chris Collinsworth? Wasn't it Chris Collinsworth calling that game?
I don't even remember.
Whoever it was, they were absolutely sucking Tom Brady off, showing his release time
Okay.
and how it's better now. So how much longer is he going to play?
Probably 4 more years.
Mm-hmm. Wow. If I'm Big Ben, Eli Manning, that whole crew, Phillip Rivers, I'm embarrassed.
Well, Big Ben's still doing it. Not very well, but he's doing it.
Whatever. Yeah, but whatever.
We'll
Bucks
get-
won.
I'll
Bucks
get, I'll
won.
get to what I got to say about Big Ben when we get to that game. But Zeke,
Nothing.
no-show. Absolute no-show, bro.
Hey, but the amount of passes in that game was unreal.
Yeah, I mean, he averaged 3.3 yards a carry.
Yeah,
many
Frank Gore
Not
does
many
that.
receptions either. That's the thing, too. He didn't have that many receptions.
Feed the man.
Is he done?
He's going
As we
hungry.
know, NFL running backs only last, 3 years max? Yeah.
I think if he cuts his hair, he'll get some
Maybe if
rejuvenation.
he gets rid of that nose ring.
Just something different.
Yeah, something different. Just typical Bucks. Gave the ball back to Tom with too much time.
Yep.
How many people hammered that with a minute left
Hammer.
Oh,
The line.
probably a lot.
on the line? I know I did, personally.
Speaking to the mic if you're going to say something, Thurston.
I know. How many people we're going to take a poll on Instagram? How many people took that bet with 1 minute left? I know I did.
Nice. I know I
We're getting
did.
the 1 o'clock games. Cardinals Titans. Cardinals absolutely dominated.
You know what we forgot? It's September. It's never Tractor Cedo September. It's
Okay.
always later in the year when it gets cold that he gets
Because
going.
everybody's scared to tackle.
Ryan Tannehill, any bad things, any good things to say about him?
He is who I think he is.
Mm-hmm.
Very average. Love his touchdown celebration, though. Never gets old to
Yep.
me.
Correct. Any positives for Cardinals fans?
I am a Cardinals fan.
Ugh.
DeAndre Hopkins is the best wide receiver in the National Football League.
And I agree. No one's debating that one.
I had a bunch of people on Sunday who I was watching the game with.
No, if you go to his TikTok, I commented.
All right.
Yeah.
Did he respond?
No.
Okay.
Actually, no interactions on that comment. So
Did you see Kyler Murray also just video game?
he's
Absolute
getting
video
shorter.
game.
He's smaller. His head's getting bigger.
You remember when the Panthers posted those pictures of the little bodies, big heads
Yeah.
of the players?
That's what
Kyler Murray looks like all
they
the time.
don't have to change it. Yep.
Did you see the goal line? I think the Titans were on the 1, and they hand the ball off to Derrick Henry like 2 or 3 straight times. Got stuffed each time. You can't do that if you want to be called a king.
Who was it? Ryan
Yeah,
Clark,
no.
Who said like he's never ran over anybody his size? That's a hot take. A lot of people didn't like that.
Week 1's a great time for a good jump throw too. Why didn't they do that with Derrick Henry?
Yeah,
Hire me.
that's all I got.
I love Nashville.
Next game, Jags Texans. Trevor Lawrence's debut.
We called it.
Yeah,
I told you, Romeo Cornell game, Texans, and okay, you're a Cardinals fan. I'm a Texans fan this year.
I'm also a Jags fan, so
Okay, so I'll tread lightly. Urban Meyer wanting to quit already.
no, he's not.
That's such a you thing. You and Urban Meyer. You would be a Jags fan
I'm not an Urban Meyer guy though. I hate Urban Meyer.
on the record.
On the record, I hate Urban Meyer just because of him being at Ohio State and the stories I've
Bates,
heard.
you got anything to say about Urban
and the
Meyer?
stories I've
Love?
heard about him from being at Florida.
Dill is a certified hater anyway, so it doesn't
Oh
really
no,
bother me.
I'm actually a certified Urban Meyer hater as well.
Why?
I'm a second generation Urban Meyer hater. My dad started it. I don't know.
Yeah, mine hated Urban Meyer too from like Florida days, but I felt like
I'm a Jim Tressel guy,
I gave him
personally.
facts.
I do like Jim Tressel as well.
Urban Meyer,
Sweater
bad
bet.
guy, cap or no cap?
I think he's a terrible guy.
Cat.
No, he's a
Okay,
terrible
well,
guy.
there's your first lie.
You got your fucking red and gray goggles on.
language.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay, strike one.
Well, Trevor Lawrence, I thought he was impressive considering 3 interceptions.
Oh yeah, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns, 330 yards.
How many times they passed the ball? 61.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I mean, hey, you got to get his feet wet.
Yeah, he did, and he will.
How about nothing from James Robinson in that game either? Carlos Hyde got more touches than him. That's a
Did
little
you
fishy.
did you see who Houston has at running back?
Yeah, Mark Ingram, number 2. looks
Because
swaggy.
because if you didn't, you're gonna see him a whole lot more.
Okay.
How many touches did he get?
26.
Yeah, you're gonna keep seeing Mark Ingram.
Next game, Chargers football team. Chargers won 20-16.
One of those games where, and I know you called it. You said something along the lines of 20-17 or something close like that, 19-15, something like that. Worried about the football team?
First, only thing I want to say is R.I.P. Fitzmagic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's going to come back.
Fitzcussion.
When you're that old and it's your hip.
Oh,
I don't
he didn't
know.
even have a concussion. I didn't.
It was his hip.
Ooh, hey, take that out. No
So,
C words.
Could this be Cam Newton's last chance to get on a team with him going down?
To the football team
Could he?
with Ron
Could he?
reunion.
Could he? I mean, could that be? If this
wouldn't
doesn't
mind.
happen this week, where would he end up?
I
You gotta
wouldn't
have faith in
mind.
Heineke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
Speaking
mind,
of another,
Heineke.
Wait,
But, but a vet guy, Riverboat Ron's there.
I think Ron
Like, why
likes
not?
Heineke.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
but I think bringing Cam in makes all the sense. Taylor Heineke was a backup for Cam, so I think that chemistry that year it was Kyle Allen, Taylor Heineke, and Cam. That was a good chemistry team. So maybe they should pick up Cam.
Yeah. And if he does it
Thurston.
this week,
Good call. Good call.
Thurston is about Jimmy's and Joe's, not X's and O's. I like that.
Also, Justin Herbert, probably top 5.
Hottest,
What were you gonna say?
best quarterback.
He's one of my top 5 favorite players to watch in the NFL right now.
Me as well.
Okay, glad we're on that page. And Chargers uniforms, they just do it.
Swag.
They do it for
You
me.
want to wear that?
They do
Look
it.
good
You
for
wouldn't believe what my favorite ones that they have are.
Which ones?
The all like
All
dark
navy?
blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
They
I
go
like
hard.
those too. Next game, Vikings Bengals. Game went to overtime. Nobody wanted to score in this game, or nobody wanted to score in overtime.
Was very close to getting it correct, saying that the Vikings or the Bengals were going to cover, but the Vikings were going to win.
Yeah.
But the Bengals just won outright, and the Bengals almost blew it themselves, and then
Yeah.
the Vikings found a way to still.
Dalvin Cook fumbled. God.
Kirk Cousins had a good stat line.
Yeah, but it didn't look good watching it in live time.
Watching it on Red Zone, it was one of those games where you just kind of say like, "Oh shit," and you don't really pay much attention.
Yeah.
So I looked at the stats and said, "Oh,
Everybody knows I'm a Joe Burrow hater.
oh, Jamar Chase, freaking duked me.
Yeah, what happened to him not being able to catch?
He fooled me. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Joe
on him.
Mixon had a good game. 29 carries, 127 yards and a tutty.
He's. Can I say this? He's
What were we
still.
whispering about?
It's Joe Burrow. It's the Joe Burrow beat. Oh, he's saying, well,
You're hating on Joe Burrow, and then you quote Joe Burrow right there. You just copied Joe Burrow. He said that right after the game, exactly what you just said about
What?
Jamar Chase. What happened to him not being able to catch?
Oh. Well, okay.
And you knew that. You saw that.
hey, so
No, I don't keep up with Joe Burrow like that. No.
Where's
no.
the beef from?
Oh, it's from
Ohio State,
what?
the Joe Burrow beef. This is
No.
all Ohio State.
It's LSU.
It's deeper than that.
No, it's Ohio
It's
State.
Ohio State.
No, it's LSU. It's the LSU season because everybody wants to S his D.
Joe Burrow was on that team.
Yep.
Was on what team?
You know what team.
Yeah, I know he was on Ohio State, but that's not where I hate him from. I hate him from LSU, and how everyone S's his D just because
He's good.
because he had one fluky year with one of the best OCs and one of the
I only see one person S Joe's D, and that's Haley Morgan
Robert Cowie,
and Bob
Big Bob,
and Big Bob
Joe Butts.
and the other Joe, which I would understand if my name was that close as well. I would do it.
Next game.
So yeah, Joe Burrow, good game.
Sucks. Next game, Jets Panthers. We tried to give it to them. We really tried. And this was the game that never came up on Red Zone.
I don't know.
And
No,
it
and
pissed me off.
and I watched. You know me.
Okay, you had two TVs going.
No, I had one TV and priority
You were
most of
flipping?
the time. Yeah, and most of the
Okay.
time was Panthers game.
I was not. I
and I
flip
kept saying,
once.
well, after this drive, I'm gonna go back to Red Zone. And I think people were getting a little fed up with it. But I wanted to see the Panthers win a game. I don't know how many games we're gonna win. I'm nervous.
What was your prediction when we did predictions for their season?
10 and 7.
How you feeling about that?
-2. We're at 8 right now. In my head, we're at 8.
That's what I had, right? I had 8 and 9, I think.
I think we're a lot of fun. We remind me of the Hornets. Just
Okay.
they're a lot of fun, but I'm scared. Bates said that Matt Rule should keep the FDNY hat on until we lose.
I'm a fan of that. I like that. I thought he looked good at it.
I also said I wasn't going to cut my hair at all before we lose, but since I cut my hair, I have an excuse now if we do lose that it was my fault. So, Christian McCaffrey's pretty good. He's always open.
98 rushing yards, 89 receiving yards. I mean,
Sam Darnold, underwhelming. Robbie Anderson, my favorite player.
Same.
what'd you think about Zach Wilson? His stat
As
line,
expected.
His stat line tells you a different story than if you watch the game.
As expected. First half, exactly what I thought.
Yeah. What'd you think about I don't know how to explain it, the Panther that was let loose onto the field?
I'm just glad there were no injuries.
How are they gonna keep having they're gonna keep having fans come in there with that Panther staying there all the time?
Is the Panther going to be there next week?
Yeah, for the rest of the
I
season.
mean, he was friendly this time, so might as well keep it going.
The funniest tweet I saw all weekend, or actually it was, sorry, not this weekend. It was on Monday when we got rid of Santoso.
Okay.
Someone said, "Have we tried a digital reality kicker?"
Okay. Okay.
So maybe we should use the Panther.
Going back to the Texans game, Joey Sly, he's with the Texans now. He's their kicker. Absolutely booting footballs.
Hey, can we do can you make a quick montage for Santoso? Just all of his plays all together.
And then,
just a thank you.
And then maybe play like a 10-second clip of In the Arms of an Angel with a rip 2021 to 2021. You know what I mean?
But I thought we were going to have fun with him all season. I was tweeting Sant, oh no, Sant, oh yes, and Sant, oh gone way too soon. That's it. Panthers did not cover, but they did not cover.
Next game, Eagles-Falcons. Eagles mollywopped them 32-6.
And what did I say? I was going to have a gut feeling everyone was going to, the next morning, I was going to wake up and everyone was going to be riding Jalen H's wee-wee. And they are. That's all I got. The Falcons suck.
Yeah.
Worst team in the NFC South.
Yeah, you weren't saying that last week. Though.
No, I was saying it was the Saints, but I am on Falcons.
Falcons are very bad.
So guaranteed take the Falcons this week now that I said that.
Do you know who the Falcons' leading rusher was?
No.
Cordero Patterson.
Oh, I did know that. What number is he wearing?
No clue, but it wasn't Mike Davis.
I would imagine 0 at this point.
Devontae Smith had his first touchdown reception in the league.
Still skinny.
Hey, it proved he could play.
Mm-hmm.
The next game, Steelers-Bills. This one was just a weird one. Bills didn't show up, or the Steelers not they were.
Overall poor game.
Okay.
Both teams.
I think we can
Special
agree.
teams won that game.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think we can agree that block punt changed the game.
Are you concerned for Bills Mafia?
Nah, 16 more games.
Bills Mafia has to be fully vaxxed to go into the stadium now.
Do they really?
Which means one thing. Like, yes, there's going to be maybe less, but they're going to raise immortal hell now that they have that.
Right. Big Ben. He looked a little slimmer, no?
Yeah, Slim Ben.
But he moved slower.
Slim, yes.
And it was just Ben being back out there, and there was one play. He might have.
What is something that gets smaller but moves slower?
Ben Roethlisberger.
That's the only thing I can think of.
But I think he got hit late or something, and the way he fell on the ground, just hilarious. It was priceless. I wish we could get that. But another takeaway from the Steelers, Najee Harris, 16 rushes, 45 yards. I've been telling everybody he's not going to be that good. He's too east-west, not enough north-south. We're not in college anymore, little bro.
And he's going to figure it out way too early. He looks good in that uniform. And I figured out something that does move slower the smaller it is.
Okay.
It's anything downhill. So Big Ben's got to start moving downhill.
Okay.
That's my advice.
Next
Mike Tomlin. Let's address that. He'll be there a while.
Yeah, he'll be around.
Okay.
He'll stick around.
Moving on.
Next game, Seahawks-Colts. Typical Seahawks, Russell Wilson in September.
Whatever.
I mean, third and short, they air it out. Like, they do that every single time.
I don't really care about them in the month of September, to be honest with you. Neither team. Colts your team this year? You off them?
I'm off them just because I'm not a Wentz guy. I was a Jacoby Brissett and Phillip Rivers guy, but now that they're both gone, I'm off of them.
Okay. Well, when we talk about the Dolphins, I'll say something.
Tyler Lockett, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Fantasy,
I had him.
Yeah, just a main guy.
Probably
the guy.
The next game, probably one of the crazier games that I saw on Red Zone. 49ers-Lions. Did you see how that game ended?
Yes.
Okay.
And Kyle Shanahan, dude, what is his deal? He acts like Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As far as like, just I can do whatever I want. I'm the man. Like he
Yeah.
thinks he's the guy. That's it. That was my Kyle Shanahan slander.
Jimmy G, decent day. I mean, he really doesn't do much.
Has anyone checked in on Jared Goff?
What do you mean?
Just living in Detroit.
Yeah, like, can't be fun. No,
Has he grown his hair out? I didn't take a look at it.
No.
All right, he looks clean cut.
he looks the same.
Looks like Jared Goff.
Yeah. What's
Gritty
his name?
team. Gritty team.
Trey Lance got his first NFL touchdown as well.
Mm-hmm.
They brought him in for one play, and that was it.
Trey Lance is
And
gonna
he
be a
scored.
bust. Jimmy G's their guy.
Debo Samuel, 9 receptions at 189 yards and a touchdown.
But then Debo, no. Big fumble.
Yes. Also, fourth quarter, Lions scored. Well, it was 16 unanswered points. They recovered an onside kick.
Bite kneecaps.
Brutal.
If you're a Lions fan, you're excited at that game.
Oh yeah, did you not see the? Were you watching Red Zone when it happened?
No, well, loosely. I was. I think I had some bigger concerns on a Robbie Anderson prop at the time. So
Next game, probably the game of the week. Browns at Chiefs. Browns are exactly who I thought they were. The Browns.
Chiefs are exactly
Browns are going to the AFC Championship game this year.
Chiefs are exactly who I thought they were.
This is going to be a rematch in the AFC Championship game. This game right here.
Great uniform
Don't know who's
combo.
going to win.
You see the crazy stat line on the Browns, how they haven't won like their first game in like 20 years.
Oh God.
It's wild. Closest thing.
I mean, they had a tough one week one.
The only
It's a draw.
What I loved about this game, though, was the Browns went down and scored first drive, went for 2.
Loved it.
Absolutely loved it. I got to see more
that was
of
dog
that.
pound. Oh,
But the Chiefs, like,
didn't
they
cover.
can do whatever. Yeah, but they can do. I had the Browns.
Well, I know, and I told you.
As you can see, that's one of my 8.
And that I never said I was the smartest. I have flaws, and one of my flaws is I'm going to take the Chiefs until the wheels fall off, and they have already fallen off.
What I was saying, Patrick Mahomes, he just has that ability, one play, and you can get in the end zone.
He's
Tyreek
good.
Hill, 11 receptions.
Was there a Jackson
so close to
sighting?
200 yards.
Any Jackson Mahomes sighting at the game?
No, but you know every time the Chiefs scored, I had to bring up Jackson Mahomes.
Love him.
That's your guy?
Oh, speaking of, I'm gonna bring the Sunday best back. Just a little flip in there. My Sunday best, my
Okay.
top 5.
Yeah.
Not James Charles this year.
Okay, we'll do it at the end of this.
Oh no, I'm just tweeting it. I'm
Oh,
just letting
okay.
you know
Oh,
that
okay.
Jackson Mahomes is my staple this year.
Okay. James Charles, too?
Well, I need to talk to him.
The next game, Broncos-Giants, snooze fest. I'm going to be honest. Every time this game came on Red Zone, I went straight to my phone.
Free money.
for it.
Free money. Teddy
Teddy Two
B.
Gloves.
Teddy B will cover the spread. He's out there slinging the ball around into all sorts of traffic across his body. He don't give a shit anymore. He really doesn't. This is his last go
I'm
round.
glad it's working out for him.
Yeah, me too.
The next game, Packers-Saints. Saints.
Yikes.
Trevor, I just got something to ask you. Are you a Jameis Winston believer now?
Nope.
5 touchdowns?
Bro, you get lucky every once in a while.
Okay. Okay.
My God. Jameis Winston.
He's fun to watch.
Also,
You can see now.
He's awesome.
I talked to a Packers insider today, actually, to ask where they were emotionally. Long Hair Barber is a Packers fan.
Okay.
And he said he wants to see Aaron Rodgers go
Really?
for picks.
Oh.
For just a pick. He said anything at this point.
Aaron Rodgers, you could tell watching the game, he did not want to be there at all.
And Packers fans can notice.
Oh,
they can
yeah.
tell.
I got nothing else except that was just embarrassing for Packers Nation.
Yeah.
Who dat?
And I like you saying that because it was in the form of a question, and Aaron Rodgers should be the host of Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Next.
That was good.
Thanks.
Dolphins Patriots. I was all over this one. This was my sprinkle of the week, and of course, it hit 17-16.
Yeah, and
Dolphins
this was one of my Wednesday. I like the Patriots, and on Sunday I like the Dolphins. I'll take my L. It is what it is. But live, I felt good about it. What's up with Tua liking other quarterbacks on his team?
What do you mean?
I saw a picture of him and Jacoby Brissett basically kissing on the lips at the end of the game, being buddy-buddy.
I mean, he can't have friends.
Jacoby Brissett is cutthroat like that. Look at where'd Andrew Luck go?
Quarterback killer, Jacoby Brissett.
Insert Jacoby Brissett sniffing down Tua's neck right now. I don't know. I just don't like it. But Mac Jones, as expected.
Yeah, I think all the rookies.
As expected.
I think all the rookies did good in week 1.
Didn't do bad.
Right. I think the league's in good hands. Sunday night game, Bears-Rams. Bears who we thought they were. Andy Dalton, done.
If it was 2014, I would say Matt Stafford was the swaggiest football player of all time.
The arm sleeve.
Was so cool with that Rams uniform. Matt Stafford had the best QBR he's ever had in his career. First game with the Rams.
I'm going to be honest.
Don't know what the number was.
I just knew that this was going to happen.
Yeah, the Bears are a shitty. That doesn't count, right?
No, I was good.
Bears are a stinky football team.
They stink.
They're not good. And
Well,
the
we
Rams are good. That's my takeaway.
And then the Monday night game. Entertaining as hell. The Monday night game. Ravens-Raiders. Raiders won in OT 33-27.
I can't provide a lot of insight. I had a Sunday fun day watching all these games. I was super excited for them, and I slept through the entire second half. I woke up, no bullshit, 2 plays before the game winner and said, what the hell just happened? I thought Baltimore had it in the, it was a wrap.
And that's such a Raiders win, too. God, it's annoying, honestly. But Derek Carr.
More like Derek Carr carry us into the playoffs. Does that work?
No, that's not going to happen.
Okay. Marcus Mariota?
But Derek Carr did well. I mean, what he's going to when he's got weapons like Hunter Renfrow around him.
And you can't lose a game with Steve Aoki in your crowd wearing your jersey.
Hunter Renfrow was the second best player on that field that night behind Darren Waller.
Is that not shocking, though, that you have Hunter Renfrow and then Darren Waller? Just those are your go-to guys on the team. Who would have ever thought?
Not me.
Yeah, it's amazing.
They were
fun to watch.
They were getting double, dude.
They're fun to watch.
If you have to double Hunter Renfrow, the scrawny white kid, he's a beast.
Run
He's
routes
an
to a
absolutely
crisp.
beast.
Bro, you know my last takeaway on the Raiders? John Gruden was wearing clothes that there is no way they gave him. You know how many clothes or how much merch or gear he has?
Yeah.
That dude went straight to Walmart and bought that shit. I swear it was the most generic. The NFL does not give you that type of gear. He might have made it himself.
No, they found an extra room in the stadium, and that was there from
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yes, he went back to
And
the
they
Oakland Coliseum.
They were walking down the hallway with a cart full, and he said, "Where are you going with that stuff?"
Yep.
And they said, "We're throwing it away," and he said, "Well, let me get my size."
John Gruden is such a high school football coach, but it's so freaking. I love it.
He's a big hand-me-down guy, too.
Yes. That's it. As you can tell, I'm excited. I like the Raiders.
All right. Ready to get into week 2? Bates, you got your lock ready to go? All right, I'm just making sure. Thurston?
I got insights, bro.
Okay. All right, we'll get to it once we go through it.
Bates also has his new,
Trevor, do you
new
have
exciting.
anything? No,
Who the
nothing.
Panthers playing?
Nice.
They're the second game on here. We'll get into it. First game Thursday, tomorrow night. Giants at the Washington football team. Washington football team is -3.
I mean, I like the football team money line, but that's not an option here. Give me the football team. I always like the football team. I tend to like the football team, but they tend to not cover.
I'm also on the football team -3. I don't like it. I think it's a square pick, and I do think the Giants are going to cover. But I'm taking Washington because
it's a boring game.
It's
On
going to be
Thursday.
extremely boring.
But I couldn't be able to live with myself if I did pick the Giants in this, and then Washington ended up covering. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to.
I'd rather lose with the football team than win with the Giants.
Yeah.
Bates, do you have any insight on the football team Giants game?
You want to give them both at the end, or you want me to hop in here now? Because I
Give
got
it-
something on this game.
Give this one right now while we're talking football team Giants.
All right, so I brought it up on Twitter last week. I should have said it last week. I'm gonna have a game of the week. It's gonna be the teaser all the way every time.
Okay.
And the
And-
teaser all the way is you tease both teams spreads, the over and the under.
All four,
All four.
all the way.
All right.
And then I'll have a no cap lock of the week, which I'll get to later.
So the football team is
But I do have the Giants and football team game as my game of the week, being the teaser all the way. And this teaser that I've got has the Giants plus 9.5, football team plus 3.5, over 34, under 47. And that would be 1 unit to win 2.5.
okay.
And I like that. I think it's going to be a low scoring over 34.
So it's gonna be a regular football game.
No, right.
All right.
Week 3.
The next game, Saints at Panthers.
Mhm.
Saints are -3.
That's your lock of the week right there. Take the Saints.
So Trevor's
Trevor's.
lock of the week is the New Orleans Saints. Nice. Dill, you can.
Now they got COVID.
Saints do have
one
COVID.
player.
Who
Two.
was it?
Well, Michael Thomas was already on there.
Yeah, but like their whole offensive coaching staff is out.
Yeah. Sean Payton calls the plays anyway.
You know the
think
last
they're good?
time
Yeah,
the
I
last
think
time
they're
a
straight.
coach was out with COVID and it was a big game, such a big game like this Saints Panthers undefeated matchup. The Browns when they played the Steelers, was out. Head coach for the Browns was out, and they mollywopped them. So you know what that means?
Is that when I was here?
Yes, and you know what that means.
What?
You don't just walk into the bank. I just flipped on. I was about to say
Reverse
Saints.
Uno?
go.
I just reverse Uno'd. You don't just walk into Bank of America Stadium into Dick Hammer III's second game. He's getting comfy in there. Robbie Anderson's going to have a 2-touchdown, 7-reception week. Give me the Panthers plus the points, and I'll take a Dylan Wilkinson sprinkle money line. Give me the Panthers.
This line stinks.
No, I like
It
it.
stinks. Panthers only beat the Jets by 5, right? Saints absolutely mollywop one of the so-called best teams in the NFC. Why is the line only 3?
Somebody knows something.
That's what I'm
Somebody
saying.
knows something.
But I'll buy low on the Saints. Give me the Saints -3. I mean, I'm not a believer in the Panthers just yet. And also, this was one of the games that I said they were gonna lose when we went through our picks and predictions for the
Correct.
season.
Correct.
So whatever. Next game, Texans at Browns. Browns are -13.
Woo! That's a lot of points.
A lot of points.
Trap game.
They just came off a hard loss. Physical game.
And
Tyrod, revenge game.
some could say that the Jags are a soft team. Texans feel good. Feed Mark Ingram. I think the Texans cover, but they lose by 10.
I also think the Texans cover. I agree with you. Hang it. I thought you were going to just go all in on the Browns.
Nope. I think I'm fading the Browns for the majority of the year. We'll see how that works out.
Bengals, Bears.
Give me the Bengals.
Oh, whoa. Bears are -2. There's been some line movement. It opened up at 3.
Give me the Bengals.
All right, give me the Bears.
You like the line movement?
I I like that. I like the fact that the public is hopping on the Bengals. So I want to be off the public.
It also makes no sense for the Bears to win, which makes all the sense for the Bears to win because they seem like they're in shambles right now.
And you got to think, I still love the Bears D-line and the Bengals O-line.
A little slap in the face, but no, give me the Bengals.
The next game, Raiders, Steelers.
Not money line, just so we know.
Steelers are -5.5. Raiders coming off of that big overtime victory. Steelers at home. Mike Tomlin.
Backdoor cover, Raiders. Give me the Raiders +5.5.
Give me the Steelers. Steel curtain. -5.5.
You think after riding that high, they're going to come back and just let?
I think the Raiders are gonna lay an absolute egg. Steelers have a better defense than the Ravens anyway.
Correct. That is true. And
Excuse me. Next game, Bills Dolphins. Bills -3.5.
give me the Bills. Answer game. Response.
I also have Bills -3.5.
The Dolphins beating the Patriots at the beginning of the season isn't that big of a deal.
And the fact I thought they should have won by at least 7.
Correct.
The fact that they won by 1 kind of scares me.
And
Tua
let's not just let the Bills off the hook. They need to show the hell up.
Oh yeah, but Tua also,
The heck up.
God, Tua made some rough decisions in that game against the Pats too.
Jacoby Brissett said.
The next game, Rams at Colts. The Rams are -3.5.
Good football team. Give me the Rams.
Give me the Colts. And this is going to be my moneyline sprinkle of the week. Colts sprinkle.
I'm starting to think Peyton Manning's going to be remembered as a Bronco. Give me the Rams.
The Rams traveling east.
Correct.
Everybody's been telling them all week how good they are.
Correct.
It's just the spot. I like.
How
the
far is
Colts.
Detroit from Indianapolis?
Detroit?
Mm-hmm.
I would say probably not that far.
There's going to be a lot of Matt Stafford fans in Indianapolis.
You think? Well, I guess they still like them.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would have to.
Next game, 49ers Eagles. 49ers are -3.
I don't like anyone in this game.
I don't like anything.
You got a quarter, Trevor? All right.
You want me to ask Siri?
Yeah, ask Siri.
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Heads is 49ers.
Heads.
Give me the 49ers.
I'm also on the 49ers.
So as you can tell, I'm very confident.
I think their defense is just better. I think the coaching's better.
I feel like you should flip a coin too, though.
No, God,
If he
no. I'm
flipped a
not
coin?
an idiot like that.
Okay.
That's why I win.
His shit's calculated.
He baited
No,
you into that.
no. I didn't get it. I don't care. This is a flip of a coin game because they both played shitty teams last week. I don't know who's going to show up.
Next game, Broncos at Jags.
And I like Jimmy G. You know what? Give me the 49ers. Destiny.
Next game, Broncos at Jags. Broncos are -6.
And Teddy Bridgewater, king of covering. Give me the Broncos, -6. Jaguars are not good, but hammer the over. Also, I don't know if there's a prop for passing attempts on Trevor Lawrence, but hammer that as well.
Give me the Jags +6. I think they lose, but I think they cover.
And if that's the case, I'm off the Broncos for the rest of the season, but I'm going to ride the Teddy B covers wagon till it dies.
The last 1 o'clock game, we have Patriots-Jets. Patriots are -6.
Bill Belichick game. Jets suck. He loves beating up on the Jets. Give me the Patriots.
And it's Bill Belichick versus a rookie quarterback.
And a rookie
He's gonna
head coach.
He's going to dial up some Houdini BS that's going to mess with Zach. What's his name? Zach Wilson.
Yep.
Just not ready for prime time yet, big fella.
Yep.
This is going to be my lock of the week.
Okay.
Patriots.
The Patriots to cover by 6. I think
Okay.
they win by at least a touchdown.
Oh, so we're all on the
This
same
the
page.
FTR.
The
That
Jets
would,
are bad. Jets are bad.
You say you with the Patriots as well? You're with the Jets?
I'm gonna take the young kid to cover.
Mac Jones? All right, so hey, no, put that quote. Thurston's got the young kid to cover in the Patriots Jets game.
Jets game with 2 rookie quarterbacks.
Start of the 4:05 games. Vikings at Cardinals. Cardinals are minus 3.5.
Vikings also stink. I think you might have the Vikings to cover just because you think the Cardinals are coming off a big win, and that's how your brain works. I think the Cardinals are just better than them. In Arizona, they're going to be throwing a big-ass party. They got a pool in that stadium? There's going to be cannonballs. If so, Cardinals minus 4. Adjust the line.
Vikings. Mike Zimmer is the biggest hard ass in the NFL. He's going to have his team ready to show up. I think Justin Jefferson, 200-yard receiving game.
That's big.
I got the Vikings plus 3.5. I think they might even win outright, but I'm not willing to risk a sprinkle.
Ooh, I said minus 4? Oof. Wow, that's how confident I was. Adjust it to minus 9.5.
Next
Vikings
game.
stink.
Falcons at Bucks. Bucks are minus 13.
And the line keeps going up. Give me the Bucks, whatever.
Give me the Falcons plus 13.
I'm not going to ride with the Falcons and not have a chance to get a W over you, so give me the Bucks.
This just feels like a game that the Bucks sleepwalk right through. They see what happened to the Falcons last week.
They're going to sleepwalk right through winning the NFC South, and it's embarrassing.
The next game, Titans at Seahawks. Seahawks are minus 5.5.
And at this point, I have no picks right now, so this is off the rip. Let me hear yours first.
No, you always go first.
Okay, give me the line one more time.
Seahawks minus 5.5.
Give me the Seahawks again. Titans answer game. Seahawks are the team that you think they should cover this, and they end up not. Julio Jones, a touchdown? Titans.
I think Tractor Cito comes out here. I got the Titans plus 5.5 as well.
Okay.
And also Vrabel. He's going to have the guys ready.
What do you think he's going to be wearing? He's going to sweat through it.
He's going to have, well, they're in Seattle.
Maybe a vest?
Maybe a vest. Yeah, I was thinking
with short
vest.
sleeve.
Yeah.
I'm going to navy blue vest, white undershirt.
I'm going to go the light blue vest.
As long as there's no red.
Undershirt.
No red.
No red.
No red.
Start of the last 4:25 game. Cowboys at Chargers. Chargers are minus 3.
I like the Chargers. I like the Chargers by 2 touchdowns. I think the Cowboys had their best game of the season, and it was still a loss. Give me the Chargers. Justin Herbert getting comfy with the new OC after facing that football team defensive line and then going to the Cowboys.
I think even the Cowboys were surprised with how well they played against the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ride with the Cowboys plus 3.
Okay.
And I just want it to be known that this is the second week in a row that I've taken all underdogs for the 4 o'clock games.
I can see that game being the push of the week. Cowboys lose by a field goal.
The Sunday night game, Chiefs-Ravens. Chiefs are minus 3.5.
Hammer, 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 bammer, bam, bam, hammer. Andy Reid and them Chiefs. The Ravens are exactly who we thought they were at the beginning of last season. Garbage, phony, trash,
They
fake.
have a lot of injuries. They have a lot of injuries.
And that's what teams that lose games usually say.
Except the Panthers.
Yes.
I also have the Chiefs minus 3.5. It's just something about, or also Lamar Jackson's never beaten Patrick Mahomes. And something about the Chiefs in September. I think, Patrick Mahomes is undefeated in September.
I would like to see it.
career.
I would have liked to see it against the spread though, because I feel like they're all the time just showing up in the second half in September, just toying with them. I think they're gonna dog them this week. Give me the Chiefs.
And then to round it out, the Monday night game, Lions at Packers. Packers minus 11.
Biting some kneecaps, give me the Detroit Lions. And this could be the week that I don't get a single pick right.
Why you say that?
After capping that off, I said, my God, we're going to end it with the Detroit Lions. Let's see if we can be perfectly imperfect.
I got the Packers minus 11. I think Aaron Rodgers finally shows up and decides he wants to play a little football.
Needs to.
And I think Aaron Jones didn't have a good game. Devontae didn't have a good game thanks to Aaron Rodgers, but still didn't have a good game. I think they show up here. I think they win by 17.
They
Pa-
have to show up.
Packers first half, but then you know how Aaron Rodgers doesn't give a shit over time. So we'll see if he cares for an entire, 3 hours?
Thirst.
So
Have you given yours? Is it the young kid?
No, yeah, that's Thurston's
it.
Okay.
lock.
Young kid's gonna cover.
The young kid will cover the Patriots.
Trevor's is the Saints.
Yep. Bates' teaser of the week is the NFC East game.
NFC Beast.
NFC Beast game of Giants football team.
Also has.
Lock of
Pats.
the week. Pats. A lot of football.
Do you have a lock of the week?
I actually don't. I looked at every single line and said, I don't like any of this. But I hate to say it. My lock of the week is me riding Bates' teaser of the week. That is my only lock.
My lock of the week. I'm gonna ride with Trev. Trev's jumping on the Jameis Winston train, and I love it.
That's the Panthers suck train.
Can I double down a lock and say I'm going to also go with Thurston's lock of the week as well?
Young
Can I do a
kid.
prop of the week? I've been hammering props. If
Okay.
Jalen Hurts, if there's a line at 250, take it. 250 yards in the air, take it.
Okay.
He has more 300-yard games passing than Lamar Jackson. Jalen Hurts has 5 in his limited starts. Lamar has 1.
And you're expecting them to be down in this game, so he's gonna have to throw it a little bit more.
They're
Yeah.
gonna air it out. If it's at 250, take it. Take
Alright.
the over.
My lock of the week is Sam Darnold over in pass attempt or
Pass attempts.
no completions.
And can we get everybody on with the Robbie?
Yes.
Robbie bet?
Yeah. This might be off there. We can cut this if you want to. But the Robbie Anderson lock of it's never a lock.
It's the lock of the year.
It's
One time.
It's more like a lottery ticket, but it's a lottery ticket that I like the odds of. It's always Robbie Anderson, 6 receptions, 120 yards, and a touchdown. Correct? And
Was it 120
and the
or
Panthers
just
to win
100?
the game. 100 yards,
So
sorry.
many.
100 yards?
No, but I'm
He
talking
had
all
60
that
and 1
has to
reception.
Yeah,
happen.
you got to think about who is throwing him the football.
Sam Darnold, who he's had a connection with before.
Facts.
Yeah, but
Robbie
they're banking
Anderson-
on them winning the-
This is how you play the game. We need someone to actually come up with the thing on site, and we'll just see how it goes.
That's how it is for me every time.
All right, you ready? It's something about sitting in these seats that I'm just going to intro 3 Bobs.
All right.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. This week's 3 Bobs in a while. Acronyms and abbreviations.
Aren't you gonna say who won last week?
Oh, yeah. So I put a vote up for the first time in 26 weeks. I got to pull up the final total, but there is some discrepancy as to who won.
Okay.
I can tell you who finished first, second, third, and fourth. In first place was Bates and Thurston because no one sent a message describing who they were voting for. So, therefore, the votes basically should count as half, but I don't know who was voting who, so I'm just going to declare them both champions.
Okay.
Is that fair enough?
Let's go.
1-0 season 3.
You're half an O.
Do we call it 0-0-1 and y'all are just 0-1?
No, I'd rather have a half a win than a tie.
I would just count it as half a victory on both of your ends. We're going to figure out the kinks of that and get the votes correct from here on out. I finished second. Dill finished third, and Trevor finished fourth.
Wow.
I at the beginning, when the vote started, Trevor was heavily in front, and I said, "Oh shit." Had a couple DMs for Thurston, and then by a couple, I mean I think it was 3, and then 1 for Bates. So I don't know who voted for y'all, but congrats, Thurston and Bates. We'll get it this week. Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Abbreviations,
We're on-
acronyms.
We're on you.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. That's right. Trevor's last.
First,
Rock,
bro.
paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah, you're first.
I did rock.
Oh, wow.
Tie.
No,
Yes.
That's a tie.
It's a tie.
Yeah.
but we're out.
Oh yeah. So
Y'all-
y'all go for last and fourth. So y'all go now.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right. So I go last.
All right, so I'm second. All right, so Trevor's first. I'm second. Steve is third. Bates is fourth. Mitch is last.
You going by Thurston or Steve?
Steve.
All right, we'll go Steve from now on.
First one, got to take a classic WTF.
Okay.
Nice.
Why?
Got my favorite word. in it.
Okay.
What?
Say what? Yep, that one.
Nice.
My first pick is gonna be POV.
Point of view? Okay.
Explain why.
I mean, I don't know why I'm talking for you, but
That was
there's
the first one that came to my head.
first one that came to both heads. POV.
My second pick. We'll get back
Okay,
around.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go with BBW.
BBW. So everyone's just getting. What does that stand for, Thurston?
Big, beautiful women.
Yeah. So
They need
Thurston.
loving too.
No, everyone needs loving. BBW off the board. If you had it, scratch it off.
If that wasn't your 1-1, GTFO.
No, it's Bates.
Oh. I'm going to go the acronym way.
Okay.
Acronym. FUBAR.
Good one.
Explain.
It would be effed
Fucked
up
up
beyond all recognition.
I
Okay.
won't have a
Boo.
strike there. I like it. No strike.
It's a military
Never
term.
heard.
You can't strike
okay.
that.
True.
FUBAR is. I didn't even think of that as an acronym. One hell of an acronym.
Wow.
Thanks.
And I
That's
think
why I'm a champion.
I was gonna say, I think that's like an early '90s. So whoever the hell is that age that listens to this, they're definitely gonna vote for you. FUBAR. Sucks now that I have two picks. Hate going last. All right, first Bob, I'm gonna take just Dare, like the Dare program,
Okay.
and I will also go with SAC.
Okay.
Thank you. Both acronyms. I worked harder than you guys this week. I looked up the definition.
What? Explain what SAC.
South Atlantic Conference.
Okay. Cool.
Not like nuts. Bates, you're back up.
I'm going BOGO.
Buy one, get one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It's a good one. I'm losing this week. Golly.
I'm gonna go with LMAO.
Laughing.
My go-to when I'm really not laughing, but it's kind of like, yeah, I'll send some
I use that one.
smiles your way. Though.
Which one's more smartass in your opinion, LOL or LMAO?
LOL for sure.
Really?
Yeah. Is
Nah.
that already off the board now
I don't
since we
think-
talked about it.
I don't think so.
I mean, if you wanted to take LOL and LMAO,
Take them both.
What?
They're in one. They're in one. Sarcastically laughing.
Nah.
nah, LOL's still on the board.
Okay.
You got LMAO.
Okay.
Let it be known that you have LMAO.
Is it me?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way
So-
lost in the snake.
So going off of my first pick, POV, I'm gonna go with IYKYK.
Thanks.
And
If
IYKY.
you know, you know.
Now they know.
About my first pick. If you know, you know.
But now they know about IYKYK.
But they don't know about POV.
And IYKYK about IYKYK, then
Facts.
YK about POV.
Facts.
Trev, you got two.
All right, got to go with FTR.
Oh!
Nah, I was trying to get that on the come around.
Yep.
Damn.
Then my last Bob, CMC.
Oh, you panderer.
Oh, yeah.
He might win.
God. I didn't even think about athletes.
Oh shit.
God, I didn't even think about athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. God, now I can't go athlete just because it looks like I'm. God. All right, I'm gonna go with something I would yell at sporting events, like if somebody gets like in high school, somebody got crossed up in basketball. I had buddies that played soccer. If a goalie got stuck like on a stunner, you know what I mean? They don't know which way to go. We would yell YFK or not AFK. Excuse me. Away from keyboard, because he just stood there and nothing happened.
Correct.
I'm pissed. I didn't think about athletes. God.
I need to write this down. It's getting way too hard in my head.
Thurston can't see the letters.
Trev, what was
I'm
your
a big.
first one?
I like to spell my words out.
What WTF?
So who's up?
You're gonna win.
So Thurston's up, and we're. Hey, Thurston's
I
gonna.
got it.
Okay.
I got it. All right, I'm gonna go with YKTV. You know the vibes.
Okay.
You couldn't do
Okay.
that in your head.
No, because I was getting the K.
You know the
I was
vibe.
getting the K.
I've never had that sent to me.
Yeah, I've just seen it in like hashtags.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
True.
Is it me?
Nah,
Wait,
babe.
it's me. I'm gonna go ABC.
Let's go. Oof! I thought I was getting mine taken. And YK about ABC.
Yeah.
Correct.
Not the alphabet.
No, easy as 1, 2, 3.
Not that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, correct. ABC, great pick. I'm gonna go. I have to do my Bob and Wow, correct?
Yep.
That's tough. All right, so for my last Bob, I'm gonna take MILF.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you. And
DILF never crossed your mind?
a couple crossed my
Okay.
mind. Thought about Gilf. Grandpa.
Did you hear Bates when you said GILF? He said,
My Wow, I'm going to take AIDS. HIV, AIDS. I'll take both.
you don't get both. They're not the same thing.
Okay, so let it be known I got AIDS, but HIV is still on the board. Usually goes the other way around.
Yeah.
All right, so AIDS. Bates, you're up.
Yeah. Wow, I'm taking a DWI.
That was on my board.
Okay.
Is it me?
Yeah, it's Thurston. Thurston, come on.
All right, for my wow, I'm gonna go with FUPA.
Okay.
God. I'm getting beat. I'm getting beat this week. You guys showed up to play. I did not. My wow. I loved it in 2012. Hate it now. It's YOLO.
Oh, okay. No, that's a good Wow. That's a good Wow. It's not a Bob.
YOLO's not a Bob. But you guys showed up to play. I did not. None of those ever crossed my mind except for DUI.
DUI is a good one. Or is it DWI?
It don't matter.
But as soon as he takes DUI is off the table.
Yeah,
Then
that's
I will
what
look
So
at
why
him
is
and stop him.
HIV still on the board?
Because it's a different thing.
That ain't even
No,
the
it's
same.
not.
Nah, it's different.
You're right, because it's not like if you get a DUI, you get a DWI.
Right.
Yeah.
What? All right, whatever. Trevor,
Round us out.
BBC.
for the British.
Broadcasting
You guys came to play. You guys really came to play.
Trevor hates England.
You guys, dude, Trevor's winning this week. He
I'm
had WTF, CMC. What was the other one?
Fuck, dude, I don't even know.
Did Trevor have a third Bob?
Yeah, he did. Because CMC, he had two on the cover.
FTR.
FTR, CMC, and BBC.
Trevor might get my vote.
I'm coming in last. Good
weeks in a
job,
row?
guys. Dude, No, I didn't come in last week. Trevor did.
With DWI and FUPA being both on the board, there's no way they can count as the same vote this week.
No.
We
Not
gotta figure
one
something out.
bit.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure something out. If we don't,
Honestly, just take me off this week. I don't deserve to have my name on there.
to be honest,
Post them, but just parentheses forfeit from.
Yeah, I forfeit my entry this week.
started
You
off
guys came to play, dude.
started
did
off
not.
real slow. Might be the worst. I don't know if it's the worst audio we've ever had, but it's the most fun I've ever had in a 3-Bob.
That was a good one.
I came out way too hot with POV, and you guys probably expected a lot more from me.
It was after POV that we said, okay, so we're going to be like that. This is what we're doing. All right, so that was
You guys got any honorable mentions?
honorable mentions.
BRB,
BRB,
GTG.
Honorable mention. Wow. BYOB.
BYOB.
Good one.
Wow?
Why
Oh,
is
yeah,
it-
You
wow.
gotta bring your own?
Well, if you're the host, it's a Bob.
Yeah,
Facts.
fair.
YMCMB.
A wow I had was
YMCMB.
Yeah.
IMHO. When I see IMHO on Twitter, in my honest opinion,
Oh.
I know somebody's about to spout some
Chrissy
bull.
Teigen.
Yeah.
See, that's what I have to look up. I'm like, what does that mean?
Oh, a good one for the old heads. OOO, out of office. I love getting those emails.
ICYMI.
In case you missed it.
GTFO.
TNF, MNF, SNF,
LMS, like my status.
like my status for a
For
rate.
TBH.
TBH,
DM.
DM me emojis. GIF is an
Yeah.
acronym.
ODB.
Well, ODB,
Good one.
OD.
OD,
POD.
RIP, SMH. Gone too soon.
NWA.
SNL.
Correct. Yes.
Oh.
Which the ends in NWA and SNL are the same thing. Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
OMW. I say that all the time on my way.
OMW.
ASAP.
Hey,
I don't say
ASAP.
that.
ASAP.
I try to say that, but my phone doesn't let me say that.
Really?
we need to
I
bring
tried to
Riled
say
Up in the
OMW.
Rafters
One
again.
That's what-
Riled Up in the Rafters needs to come back because when I try to text OMW and it changes it to capital O N on my way,
Yeah.
exclamation. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying OMW. I'm not that hyped up about it.
IRL.
IRL.
IMG.
IMG. SMS.
SMH.
OMG.
SMDH.
Triple X.
SMD.
SMD. BDE.
BDE.
SDE.
BDSM.
FPA or FPE.
DSLs.
BLM.
BLM.
We'll finish off with that.
And that was 3 Bobs in a Wow of acronyms and abbreviations. Bacon, lettuce, mayonnaise.
Or me?
Nice.
All right. Let's round it out with OGT. I'll go first this week. I'm sorry. I only have one. Actually, you know what? I got two. My first one.
You don't even have one
You
right
just
now.
said you had two.
My first one is I do not have class the rest of the week.
Oh my God, I would know that immediately.
Okay, don't have class the rest of the week. So some would say a 4-day weekend,
Yep.
but it's not. Practice. So not really a OGT. There's another abbreviation.
That's just an OT.
OGT.
That's just one thing.
Yeah, my second one, Catawba football. Trying to go 3-0 this weekend. Played well last weekend against Winston-Salem State. Oh, one good thing. Winston-Salem State fans. Great fans.
Awesome.
Great fans. Very hospitable. I hope we were as well. So thank you.
Those were the good things?
Yep.
All right, Trevor.
Panthers won, bro.
What the fuck?
You were just talking shit.
And that doesn't mean we're gonna win next week.
We?
Yeah, we. I'm on the team.
All right, Bates.
For the second week in a row, my OGT is football is back.
No, that's a pander. Give me something better.
No, listen, it's back in a different way.
Like
It's
that
back in
today
the-
is Wednesday and it's on tomorrow.
It's back in the way that, like, Monday I woke up and I was like, man, that Venmo hurts. We got a game tonight, maybe get something going. But now, for the first time in a long time, I'm like, we're making up from last week. We're going into football week.
So
two.
Bates' one
That's
good thing
what I
is
mean.
he's up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Nice.
We had a good Monday.
Bates is up.
I got one more thing. I heard there's just an unreal middle school football team at North Aurora Middle School this year.
There is an absolute
Been hearing
dynasty.
rumors?
Yeah.
There's an absolute dynasty, and there's murmurs. Should we get the twins that are behind this dynasty of a football team on the pod?
They're out here putting up 53-0 on people.
Middle school?
We're talking. Should we get a documentary going on this football team?
What days do they play?
Wednesdays.
Tuesday, Wednesday?
Tuesday, Wednesday.
They
Wow.
play.
7th grade Tuesday, 8th grade Wednesday.
Well, with COVID, some of the teams are just one team.
It might be Wednesdays. Should we cover?
Probably Wednesdays.
Should we cover the games?
Yeah.
Are they
Yes.
going to cover? Is the question.
God knows what God knows what the line is going to be, because coming off that Courier Light game, some could say that the next game would be underwhelming. I don't know who they have next, but Courier Light is.
If it's Warrensville, going to be tough.
But
I
It's
know
a
a couple.
letdown spot.
I know. No, they just beat Courier Light. They had a running clock in the second half.
oh, and you got 2 North Aurora Middle School alumni around this table.
Correct. So we're all in on the North End
Yeah,
Mavericks.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
Correct, Mavericks.
Yeah.
Bleed blue, baby.
Bleed freaking blue. One good thing, North End Middle School. I like
Right.
it. Bates or
Oh, Steve.
Steven.
One good thing is we all woke up today.
That is good.
The podcast,
That sounds like the life
what
of a
number
guy
is
that
I mean,
works.
give a clap for the whole crew. Like, gosh.
Whoa.
You're not happy you woke up today?
No, I'm happy I woke up today.
That's what we were clapping for.
Good thing.
No, he was clapping for the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were
We're
clapping because we
still
all
I don't
woke
clap
up.
myself on the.
One
I don't
good
clap
thing.
myself. I don't clap my own cheeks.
If anybody's gonna clap my cheeks, though, it's gonna be me.
No, if anybody's gonna clap my cheeks, it's gonna be life. No, and but I enjoy it. You know what I mean?
What?
What did he say? All right, so my shit.
Is that your one good thing?
That life is clapping my cheeks, and I love it. Yes, that is my one good thing. Life is clapping my cheeks. I'm
But
loving
it's
it.
not.
No, it's loving me tender,
Megan, never mind.
making sweet love with life.
Passionate.
Just smiling about it. No, yeah, and my other good thing is fall baseball's here. We're gonna see what we're about this weekend.
Same group.
Not the same group.
You really had to let some kids go.
Kind of feels like you remember when Appalachian State won 3 national championships in a row
Yeah,
at the
with Amani
FCS level?
Edwards.
They started getting new uniforms. They had new cats up in there, but they weren't built from the same cloth.
Yeah.
If any of my kids listen to the podcast, I'm coming for their throat. I don't think we're built from the same cloth. I'm worried. So it's not a good thing. It's a good thing that...
Why are you on your come at me, I'm a man, I'm 40 type shit right now?
Yeah. One good thing is that youth sports are out and about for us to debate about. Let's go.
All right.
Are we the #1 youth sports debating podcast?
Possibly, yes.
All right.
Go Mavericks.
Go Mavericks. Go SBA Rowan. Go Catawba.
Wake up tomorrow.
Go, and the best acronym or abbreviation that we forgot of them all, USA. Anybody got anything left to say?
I got one. Dill shit the bed today.
I folded. I told you, don't put me on the vote. I forfeit my entry for $3 today.
Should I add that you forfeit your entry?
Yeah.
Can we get a running record on that, too?
The only way you can forfeit your entry is if on the next slide I can say, would you have voted for Dill, yes or
Yes.
no, just to see how many people say no.
Yes. Yeah, you can do
Okay.
that. You can do that.
All right. So an official forfeit. That's you got anything left?
Have a great weekend.
Well, we're gonna drop this on Saturday, so have a great Sunday as well.
Have a great Sunday.
Trevor, anything left to say?
Another dope episode.
We'll be back.
Love you guys.
Oh, fuck.